Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Cartoon Hotspot, and in today's video, I'll be analysing the latest Miraculous Season 4 episode, Rocketear. My god, this episode was intense. I am at a loss for words. Just when I think an episode is amazing and cannot be topped, I'm absolutely stunned by the next episode, which surpasses all my expectations. Anyways, if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the episode, then don't go anywhere without subscribing to my channel if you're new here. Hit that thumbs up and turn on that bell button for post notifications. Without further ado, let's begin. The episode begins with Cat Noir, Carapace and Ladybug, and it appears a scientist has somehow discovered how to bring back dinosaurs. Like, what? Don't tell Plag though, otherwise he might destroy them again. Cat Noir goes his separate way, whilst Carapace and Ladybug go their way. Carapace de-transforms and it looks like he's lost in thought, to which Ladybug notices and asks him what's wrong. He questions why Rena wasn't involved in the battle, but Ladybug hastily reassures him that they only needed Carapace. She then leaves and meets up with Rena, who has now got a different coloured suit. Here's the interesting part. Rena explains that her powers of illusion are adapted to sort of disguise her, that way Hawkmoth doesn't recognise her and she can hide under the shadows, since as we know in Senti Bubbler, they made him believe that she can no longer be RenaRouge. Marinette asks Alia if she told Nino that she can't be RenaRouge anymore, and Alia tries to convince her otherwise. They had an agreement that nobody, not even Nino, can know since it's far too dangerous. Back at Marinette's room, Alia is pretty torn at the fact that she has to keep this big secret from Nino. Marinette tries to console her, but Alia kind of snaps, saying it's not easy to lie to your loved ones. And I'm so glad they had this conversation. Alia, being the amazing best friend she is, wants to help Marinette, but of course there's a price to pay. It isn't a game and is definitely not a walk in the park, and she now understands how difficult it is being Ladybug. Marinette even admitted that she rarely has time to hang out with her family, but that's just how it has to be. Alia then talks to Nino and tells him the truth. He seems upset, but he consoles her, relieved that she wasn't breaking up with him or anything. After school, Alia complains to Marinette that she's running out of content to post on the Lady blog, and begs her if she can post Rena Furtive and her new design. Clearly, Marinette isn't phased, which Alia sees, so she shrugs it off and Alia reluctantly says she'll start posting more Cat Noir content. Nino then asks Alia if she wants to go to the movies, and Marinette encourages her to go since they have a little spare time before their patrol. After the movie, Nino realizes Alia is a little distracted and is clearly hiding something from him. He offers to go get ice cream from Andre the Ice Cream Man, to which she agrees, but then has to ditch him because she needs to go on patrol. And guys, this reminded me of Lucanet and Adrienageste, like the parallels. I'll elaborate on this towards the end of the analysis. Anyways, Nino then watches Alia's video on the Lady blog, and he gets the vibe that Alia has a crush on Cat Noir. He FaceTimes Adrien and tells him this, which Adrien just laughs, saying Nino has no proof. Nino then decides to get that proof by spying on Alia. At the same time, Adrien is worried that he might have accidentally made Alia fall in love with him with his cat charm, so he visits her to try and clear things up. When he questions Alia, she laughs hysterically, saying she already has a boyfriend. However, from Nino's angle, it looks like she's flirting with Cat Noir as they hug. So he misunderstands the whole situation and gets upset. At school, Nino talks to Adrien on what he's gathered. He shows the video he took of Alia and Cat Noir, and Adrien tries to calm him down, saying it's a big misunderstanding. And this is the part that gets me shocked. As in, I could not believe what I was seeing. After Adrien questions how exactly he knows all of this, Nino reveals that he is Carapace and Alia is RenaRouge. Of course, Adrien is just mind-boggled, and he asks how is that possible? If they're really superheroes, Nino wouldn't be telling him this, and Ladybug would have never agreed to this. But it doesn't end here. Nino blurts out, recklessly might I add, that Ladybug was the one who gave them their Miraculouses at the same time, which is how they know each other's identities. And at that instant, Nino gets akumatized into Rocketear. Okay, here's my thoughts. I am not impressed with Nino. Like at all. In fact, I am very much disappointed. Nino revealing his identity and Rena's was completely reckless and has now created a huge mess. He acted impulsively, and yeah, I get your relationships on the line and people do crazy things for love, blah blah blah, but Nino is a superhero. His decisions not only affect him, but other people within the superhero team. Of course, I still love Nino and I think he's the most underrated character in the show, but that was a wrong move. Anyways, Cat Noir tries to reason with Rocketear, but obviously fails. Alia and Marinette transform together and devise a plan to make Nino hear what was said using auditory illusion, which is super smart. Not only can Rena make visible illusions, she can also create illusions of sounds. Since she remembers her conversation with Cat Noir word for word, she creates the illusion which Nino hears and realizes he kind of jumped the gun a bit. With encouragement from Alia, he breaks free from Shadow Moth's control, making him the second person to ever do that. Power couple? Power couple. Nino then apologizes to Cat Noir, and Cat Noir responds by saying everyone has their doubts sometimes, even me. So basically he admitted he's now doubting his partnership with Ladybug. He still refuses to talk to her about it though. Again, I'll elaborate on this in much more detail later. At home, Adrien is very frustrated, like we haven't seen him this angry since the episode Ladybug in season 3. He asks Plag why Nino and Alia get to know each other's identities, but the rules are different for him and Ladybug. And Plag does not help the matter whatsoever by saying Ladybug is the guardian, and she can basically do whatever she wants. And finally, on the phone, Marinette apologizes to Alia for the mess that occurred with Nino. Alia says she'll fix everything and asks Marinette if she trusts her. Of course, Marinette does trust her, and then Alia tells Nino that she's still RenaRouge, but is hiding under the shadows. And the only reason she's telling him, disobeying Ladybug's order, is because she loves Nino. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about this because I have so many thoughts. First of all, let's talk about the whole identity and keeping secrets stuff. This is going to be a huge mess. From seasons 1 to 3, the show has emphasized and practically drilled into our heads that secrets protect the heroes and their loved ones. The only reason why Ladybug and Cat Noir can't know each other's identity is because it'll put them in danger, which is fair. However, season 4 is telling us otherwise. It's telling us that secrets and lies only destroy relationships and friendships. Now more than ever, the heroes need to have each other's backs, and the only way they can do that is by not keeping secrets. My point is, Nino, Alia, Adrien and Marinette are literally all being left in the dark. It's not just Adrien now. Each one of them is hiding something from the other. Nino hasn't told Alia that he told Adrien. Alia hasn't told Marinette that she told Nino and that she's still Rena. Adrien hasn't told Ladybug that he knows everything because he can't exactly tell her how he knows without jeopardizing his secret identity. And Ladybug hasn't told Cat Noir anything. Oh, it's bad. This is so messy. It's worse for Ladybug because if the team leader, which is Ladybug, isn't aware of what's going on within her team, it could put her in unwanted and threatening situations. But at the same time, maybe she'll realize what it's like being Cat Noir who's always been left in the dark. I made a video on why Ladynoir will have an argument and I think it's pretty valid, so I'll leave a link in the description box below. I also want to talk about Alia and Marinette's friendship. I've already made a video on how the friendship could be tested, but I had no idea Alia would tell Nino behind Marinette's back. Remember in Gang of Secrets, Marinette broke down and said, as long as I'm Ladybug, I'm doomed to lie to everyone. Well, the same thing is happening with Alia. Alia finally understands why Marinette was so stressed. Basically, Marinette shared her biggest secret and anxieties with Alia, but now Alia is experiencing those same anxieties by holding secrets, and she obviously couldn't take lying to Nino. Because remember how I said Alia ditching Nino at the ice cream cart is a parallel to how Marinette ditched Luca and Adrien ditched Kagami. Secrets and lies was what broke those two up, and Alia knew she didn't want to risk that, so she ended up telling Nino the truth. I like where this writing is going, to be honest. Not to mention, Shadow Moth said at the end of the episode, secret and love don't go well together, Ladybug. Oh boy, who else is officially terrified for what's to come in season 4? The final detail I want to talk about is Cat Noir. In the ending screen card, he's staring into the moon. Now I could just be freaking out, but why did I think of Cat Blanc? We've all seen my video on the symbolism of the moon and the broken moon, and the fact that the moon represents Marinette, who is the yin. Maybe this could be foreshadowing Cat Noir's pent-up anger will lead to Marinette's worst nightmare. Cat Blanc. Maybe Cat Noir might get akumatized again and he has to break out of the akumatization. Maybe Samboy 2.0 will return and, I don't know, Marinette's biggest fear, Ladybug's biggest fear would be Cat Blanc, and Cat Noir realizes and says, who is this? And then finally Marinette has to open up to Cat Noir and tell him everything. I have no idea, but I'm super excited. So on a whole, this episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. absolutely phenomenal. I'm literally mind blown. But now I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think of the episode? Hate it? Did you love it? Think it could be better? What do you think is in store for the rest of season 4? Let me know down in the comments below. As for today, that's it from me, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!